If you're watching this video and you ended up stopping breastfeeding before you were ready and you're feeling emotionally distraught, just know that you are not alone. This does happen, and you can still feed your baby and love your baby to health. My name is Candace Echeverria. I am a certified lactation consultant, certified breastfeeding specialist, infant feeding specialist, birth doula, postpartum doula, breastfeeding geek, and mom of two. I wrote down a few reasons why it's very common for people to stop breastfeeding. One of the main reasons is lack of prenatal education. You know, there are breastfeeding classes out there. Many hospitals in the US provide a basic breastfeeding course. If you don't take one of those, please find a lactation professional who teaches their own, who you can develop a relationship with, who can educate you about the many stages of lactation, and who can talk to you about how all of these different phases are totally temporary. Early on, when you have a newborn and you're struggling to initiate latch and figure out what your milk supply looks like, that is super, super temporary. Your feeding plan is going to change from the hospital to the home. And then once your baby reaches about 1 or 2 weeks, you're going to have an entirely different situation on your hands, okay? So it's so important to understand the process and the stages of lactation so that you can be aware of what your body is going to do immediately upon delivery of your gorgeous baby. One of the reasons why parents quit breastfeeding very early on is due to pain and discomfort. That is probably the top reason, to be honest. You know, you come home and you've designed this beautiful relationship with your baby, and all of a sudden your nipples are cracked and bleeding, and you can't latch this kid to save your life. You're not working with a trusted lactation professional who can help identify the reasons why your baby might not be latching. Pain and discomfort, probably the top reason why people in our country quit by 6 weeks, okay? And then lack of familial and social support. Maybe someone's pushing formula because your baby always seems hungry, right? A lot of us have experienced that. So we get kind of pushed into the regression of breastfeeding before we're ready, or even when we disagree. So it's really important to find your voice, find your confidence, and hear that louder than you hear what anybody else is saying. And that's really difficult to do. And then when you get set up with confusing feeding plans, oh my goodness, I see this all the time with the clients that I serve in home. They're confused by their feeding plan. They don't understand why their baby needs so much breast milk or not. They don't have enough breast milk, and when do I pump, and I'm triple stack feeding, and this is not sustainable, and I'm exhausted. And a lot of parents will say, you know, my mental and emotional health is suffering because of this, and I cannot do this anymore. So it's our job as lactation professionals, again, to come in and liberate you from those confusing feeding plans and help you understand why you need what you need for your baby, set some goals that are easy to achieve, and make this feeding plan as stress-free as possible. Then we have social media, which you're on right now and watching right now, right? We have social media where we have, you know, celebrity influencers talking about breastfeeding, or maybe talking about why formula feeding was so much easier for them, right? And then we have, you know, influencers who are talking about their freezer stash of milk that they have set up, and we're sitting at home like, I'm a just enougher. I don't pump that much milk. I don't know what the heck I'm doing, right? Why can't I pump as much breast milk as her? Why am I not responding to my pump properly? Why is this not working for me? And we sit at home and we feel like a failure. Social media is so, so powerful. And also Dr. Google tells us what we need to be doing all the time, right? So it's really important to understand that your breastfeeding journey is very, very individual. You are a dyad. It's you and your baby, and it's between the two of you. And if you need some help to figure out what breastfeeding looks like for you, then please reach out to a trusted lactation professional. And finally, I just want to say that your mental and emotional health is so much more important than any amount of breast milk you can provide your baby. If you are heartbroken over the fact that your breast milk supply has dwindled, or you've entered the involution phase before you were ready, please reach out to us. We can help you relactate. We can help you figure out a new design based on what has happened up to this point. And we can help you decide how to accept your story as it is and help you move forward mentally and emotionally. I hope that you got some amazing and excellent information from this video. We love you. We're here for you. Thank you so much to Haakaa New Zealand for having me, and I will see you soon.